Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to this month's free webinar hosted by Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association, focused on discovering the power of WCMA membership. I'm Grace Atherton, WCMA's Communications Director, and I'm so glad to have you all with us today. First, a couple of housekeeping notes before we get started. Please make sure your mic is muted and your video feed is off to avoid interruptions during the webinar. You can submit questions anytime in the chat during our session, and we'll do our best to address them all at our Q&A at the end. And I want to note that a recording of this webinar, along with a list of resources and contact information and the slides we'll be using today, will be shared later this week. So watch for that in your email inbox from me. With that, let's take a quick look at our agenda. First, we'll provide a brief primer on WCMA itself, before taking a closer look at our membership and how it's grown over the years. Then we'll dive into the what, WCMA's diverse slate of programs and services designed to meet your needs. Finally, we'll share 3 simple, concrete steps you could take today to get more involved with WCMA before we move into our Q&A at the end. With that, we'll go ahead and get started. So it's my pleasure to introduce our Executive Director, John Umhafer, who will give us an overview of WCMA itself. John, take it away.
Thanks, Grace. Hi, everybody. So yes, I'm John Umhafer. I'm Executive Director of the Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association. And we believe that we have a lot of valuable tools for you folks and resources to help you grow your businesses. And we know you're busy, so we want to work quickly with you today. We feel it's important to take a little bit of your time, though, to offer you a concise view of all that's available through your membership. Let me introduce the association for a moment, though, for those of you who are not as familiar. Association is 130 plus years old, 133 to 134 years old coming on this fall. It started as a way to help cheesemakers set and elevate standards for quality and safety in the industry. And today our members all across the country raise the bar when it comes to their operations and products. And we're really proud to support all of our members from East Coast to West Coast and around the world. So we are now more than just a quality and safety advocate, a strong policy advocate, a networking hub, and really a trusted source of education and information. It's hard to fit all our offerings into the session, but there's no shortage of opportunities for WCMA members to engage in with each and every one of the people at every level in your plant. So we hope that you take advantage of our services throughout your company. We really serve in 4 main areas. It's connection, information, recognition, and support. So today we'll take a closer look at each of these areas with an emphasis on how you can plug in and take advantage of all that WCMA has to offer. Our offerings are guided by a board of directors. We are a nonprofit with a board of directors, and they're all volunteers. This is 27 forward-thinking leaders representing dairy processors and industry suppliers, large and small, in Wisconsin and really from across the United States. Our board shapes everything we do, combining vision for strong future in the industry and a wealth of experience on their own account that they bring to the board. So we appreciate their service very much. Now I'd like to introduce our staff. There's me. I've been serving with you and for you for the last 30 years, and it's been a blast. Joining me on the team are Rebecca Sweeney, who leads our programs and policy efforts, Grace Atherton, who directs communications, Danica Nilsestoon, who heads up sustainability and grants, and Amelia Naes, our newest addition to the team, who provides support across all of these areas. Our next speaker will be our own Sarah Schmidt, who leads all things membership, working across all our programs and events areas. Then on the other side of the page is our events team. That's Judy Keller, who leads up the team. Caitlin Pyrick on CheeseCon and Cheese Expo. Kirsten Strominger, who leads up our Championship Cheese Contests. Greta Senhen, who handles event coordination and office operations. And we're all here to help you. So reach out to us at any time. We appreciate that. So now for the next step and look at membership, I'd like to turn it over to Sarah Schmidt, our membership director, for a closer look at everyone we serve. So take it away, Sarah.
Thank you, John.
Hello, everyone. We really appreciate you joining us today. As John had already mentioned, WCMA has and continues to experience just tremendous growth. We are always welcoming new members, and in fact, over the last year alone, we've welcomed 10 new dairy processor members, and 123 new industry suppliers have joined our member community. Today, 878 member organizations are active within WCMA, including dairy manufacturers, dairy processors, marketers, and their supplier partners. You'll find all of those businesses and their thousands of employees across 44 states and in 26 countries around the world. Though Wisconsin is in our name, we are truly a national organization. With a membership base as widespread as ours, we know that keeping you connected is critical, and we offer that in a few different ways. Our member directories showcase every WCMA member business, both large and small, from all corners of the industry and across the globe. You can access this resource in two different ways. One, in print, which is released each of the first quarters of each calendar year, and online, which is available 24/7 to you with the most up-to-date information. In both of these versions, you'll find contacts and business details that you can use to strengthen existing relationships and spark new ones. If you've only keep one resource on your desk or in your bookmarks, let it be this. It's sort of your Rolodex for the dairy processing industry. You'll find even more chances to build bridges at our signature events. So at Cheese Expo and Cheese Con, which are held in April of alternating years, you'll find really lively receptions, special events, and a jam-packed trade show floor. This is an ideal setting to grow and strengthen your network. We draw thousands of attendees each year, and these events consistently earn satisfaction ratings over 90% and are really where the dairy processing industry comes together to build connections and build business opportunities. Next, our WCMA annual member meeting offers another really meaningful opportunity to connect and learn. Each year, this gathering features a timely seminar on a topic that matters most to our members, and we mix this with a networking lunch and time for one-on-one connection. This year, for the first time ever, attendees will also have the opportunity to applaud winners of our new Member Impact Award program, which will showcase WCMA members who've really gone above and beyond in leadership, sustainability, innovation, advocacy, and workplace culture. And of course, when we're talking about connection, we cannot forget our member favorite, our annual summer outing. That event is certainly a highlight for many of our over 800 member employees who gather together in central Wisconsin each July for a day of golf, trap shooting, pickleball, and great networking. There's no really better or more fun way to reconnect with colleagues and friends from the industry. In addition to those signature events, WCMA also creates opportunities each year to connect, collaborate, and learn with others from industry, and this is year-round. We have 8 open committees and groups filled with really active, engaged individuals, just like you, who are ready to share their ideas and affect real change within the industry. There's no additional cost to become a member of one of these committees or groups, and all of WCMA member employees are welcome to register for any of these events. Whether you work in product quality, employer food safety, human resources, or are interested in exporting, sustainability, advocating on behalf of the industry or more, there's certainly a committee or group for you. First up, the Dairy Food Safety Alliance is run by the Center for Dairy Research and offers educational meetings for quality assurance and food safety professionals. Next, we have our Dairy Export Group. They explore opportunities to grow dairy product sales in international markets and develop connections with support agencies. Our Health and Safety Group, they share regulatory updates and enforcement information for those that are working to help keep our dairy processing employees safe on the job. Our Policy Committee, which you'll hear more about from Rebecca Sweeney in a bit, that group shapes our advocacy initiatives and our legislative agenda each year. Our Dairy Sustainability Group is focused on the practical needs of dairy processors, and as they focus on increasing that environmental sustainability while feeding the world. Our Tech Committee holds meetings and tours focused on environmental regulation that are affecting dairy plants. Our Workforce and Ed Committee aims to really support efforts to attract, train and retain a high quality workforce. And finally, our young professionals group, which is designed for those 40 and under, meets for educational and recreational events to help those emerging leaders in the industry connect and bond with their peers. You can find more information about all of these groups at wischeesemakers.org. And if you need a refresher on how to create your account on our website and dive into these offerings, I encourage you to check out our YouTube channel for a quick step-by-step tutorial. We also will include a link to that video in our follow-up message. You'll hear more about upcoming committee meetings and group meetings some other networking opportunities in WCMA's weekly newsletter, direct email communications from us, and member alerts. Here to talk more about those, as well as other ways that our group aims to keep you informed, is our communications director, Grace Atherton. Grace?
Thank you, Sarah. So now that you've all heard about the outstanding networking opportunities WCMA offers and a little bit about our history, I'm back to tell you more about the many ways we keep you in the loop. In this rapidly evolving global marketplace, we know information is key to your success. You need to know what's happening and what's ahead, and you need it from a trusted source. That's where WCMA comes in. So take, for example, our signature events that Sarah mentioned. At Cheese Expo and CheeseCon, you'll find educational seminars featuring leading experts at the Center for Dairy Research, the Innovation Center for U.S. Dairy Export Council, and more. There's an educational offering for everyone at these events, from executive leadership and sales and marketing staff, to production teams and safety personnel, to wastewater treatment operators, and beyond. It's all the information you need to stay competitive from the brightest minds in the industry, delivered in one place. Our annual meeting offers an informational component too, with a new seminar each year focused on a different cutting-edge topic. This fall, attendees of this annual meeting will enjoy a dynamic panel-style session featuring insights on dairy's evolving landscape from an all-star group of leading executives. Even if you can't make our in-person events, each month our free webinars present WCMA staff like us and trusted industry voices covering the latest hot topics you care about most. From technical themes like water reuse and food safety technologies, to cheese sales and marketing strategies, and much more. And every week, you'll find the latest industry news in our e-newsletter. Delivered on Tuesdays right to your inbox, this concise, informative product is an exclusive benefit reserved for WCMA members only. It's bringing you the critical updates and the timely information you need to stay ahead of the curve. WCMA also offers top-rated training sessions tailor-made for the dairy processing industry. These aren't your average trainings. They're unique sessions led by experts who are familiar with our industry, and they're designed to inform your team and help them build their skills from the front line on up. We'll start with our frontline leadership classes. These popular courses are made for both new and seasoned supervisors alike. They offer strategies for conflict resolution, better communication, stress and time management, and the cultivation of a team mentality. And it's all packaged together in a fun, relaxed learning environment. I always like to say I love being a fly on the frontline leadership wall because it's fascinating and fun to hear the energy that people bring to these classes. These low-cost courses are offered a la carte and can be taken in any order to suit your employees' schedules and your budget. For more established leaders, particularly in human resources, we're debuting a new offering this year focused on strengthening organizational collaboration. This half-day workshop will help participants recognize how effective collaboration drives success, learn to lead those collaborative efforts, and identify and overcome common barriers to collaboration. Plus, it's paired with a meeting of our Workforce and Education Committee, so you can get those connections that ensure lasting results. We also offer trainings to help you equip your valued employees with the tools and skills to keep themselves and their colleagues safe on the job. Designed from WCMA's Health and Safety Group, basic safety training for dairy processors, which you see here, teaches participants about their rights, employer responsibilities, and most importantly, how to identify, abate, and avoid possible job-related hazards. The curriculum here concentrates on safety strategies related to machine guarding, lockout, tagout, prevention of slips, trips, and falls, chemical controls, and control of hazardous energy. These are the key focus areas of the Occupational Safety and Health Administration's ongoing regional emphasis program for food processors. So not only are your employees receiving the latest information, it's based on what's happening in the regulatory landscape now. For more advanced safety professionals who are in charge of educating their peers, we offer Train the Safety Trainer. This course, again, designed with help from our health and safety group, is designed to equip the dairy processing industry's safety trainers with the knowledge, the skills, and the strategies to effectively communicate safety expectations and protocols for maximum compliance. It's taught in a welcoming, interactive style, and it covers best practices for design and delivery methods used by successful workforce safety trainers. On top of these highly rated educational offerings, WCMA also keeps you informed through regular data collection efforts. First, I want to talk about our annual wage and workforce survey. This helps you stay at the cutting edge of dairy processing trends in the wage and workforce realm. All members are welcome to participate in this extensive, confidential, and totally free survey to help you gauge your competitiveness. And it's well utilized. A total of 40 companies representing more than 28,000 employees participated in our most recent survey. So this is a great way to not only share what's working for you, what you're doing, but to also get a sense of what the industry is doing around you on the same topics. Our annual membership satisfaction survey offers you a structured platform to share what we're doing that's working and where we can better serve you. So whereas our wage and workforce survey and our instant data surveys, which I'll talk about in a moment, really focus on what you're doing in your business and what the industry practices are, our membership satisfaction survey is really your chance to formally tell us what's working for you that we're offering and what are we missing? What else could we offer that would be helpful for you to grow your business? And our instant data surveys provide quick, easily digestible feedback to gauge where your business stands on specific questions and practices. These are surveys that pop up through the year and we give folks a couple of days to respond, which hence the instant. They're quick turnaround, digestible pieces of anonymized data to help you understand where your business is at within the context of the industry. These are just a few of the ways WCMA keeps you informed and up to date so you can focus on running and growing your business. But that's just one piece of what we offer our members. We're here to help you succeed and to recognize and celebrate that success. So now I'll toss it back to John Umhafer to talk more about WCMA's opportunities for industry recognition.
Thanks, Grace. So we have three real areas of recognition that we want to highlight today. The first is our World Championship and U.S. Championship cheese contests. Our next contest is a world contest coming up March 3 to 5, 2026 here in Madison, March 3 to 5. That's the world's premier technical dairy products judging contest, proudly hosted by us since 1957. And next year, a year ahead, looking 2 years out into 2027, we'll host the U.S. Championship Cheese Contest, held in the alternating years with the World Contest coming up next year. When we hit that in 2027, we'll be in Green Bay, and we hope to see you there too. So the championship cheese contests are well known and highly regarded in the industry. They're the original and they're the best. Dairy processors from all over the world enter their cheeses, butters, yogurts, and dry dairy ingredients for expert evaluation, and it's tough competition. The entries are evaluated by a panel of skilled technical judges. Each judges pair off and examine and smell and taste each entry in their assigned class. They start from a maximum 100 points and make deductions for various defects. Defects are noted in things like flavor, body and texture, salt, color, finish, packaging, and other attributes. In the end, we pick a winner in each class. In fact, a gold, silver, and bronze medal is awarded to each of the highest scoring cheeses or other dairy products in their class. Then our judges evaluate all the gold medal cheeses one more time, and we pick one, coming up this year, world champion. So we'll have entry information for the 2026 contest available on our online entry kit in October. So be sure to watch out for that in our e-newsletter and on the contest website. The World Championship Cheese Contest is in October. So based on a passion for excellence and a tradition of trusted expert evaluations, our contests really are one of a kind. Like I said, they were the original starting back in the 1950s. When you enter the product for judging, whether you enter the contest as an entrant or become a member of the volunteer B team, as we call it, you get a chance to join the celebration for all the contest winners at the banquet that we'll be holding at our show next spring in April in Milwaukee. And of course, we'll tout your victory in social media. So there's a chance for you to get a personal award and you'll be out there in the media. Then I want to flip it over to recognition awards, and we're very proud of these. For about 10 years now, we've been shining a light on those who have gone above and beyond each year to contribute to the current and future success of the dairy industry. Our honorees are nominated and selected by their peers in industry, and we have a formal recognition breakfast at CheeseCon and Cheese Expo, and of course, coming up next April in Milwaukee. It's always a special event. And finally, we've got something new. We've got our Member Impact Awards. These are the first Member Impact Awards we'll give out this year. We're going to give them out in October at our annual member meeting, October 21st. So this is exciting for us, and we have selected and are going to run by our board nominees that have made the cut. So we're very excited about that. These are awards recognizing organizations that are making a meaningful difference in the dairy processing industry across a spectrum of business leadership types. And we look forward to letting you know about these winners October 21st. We hope you can join us in Green Bay at the annual member meeting. So I'm going to turn it over now to Rebecca Sweeney, who's going to tell you about all the other offerings we have on the programs and policy side. Rebecca?
Thanks so much, John, and so happy to be with all of you today. WCMA exists to serve you, our members, and that means our offerings and our priorities shift to meet your needs. As your lobbying voice, we're working hard to represent you in Washington, D.C. and in Wisconsin, communicating your passion for your work and your spirit of collaboration. Your WCMA staff is here to help you understand the legislative and regulatory landscape. And through our open policy committee, we empower you to enact changes that will grow your business and create opportunities for others. It's one of the very best things about dairy processing. At the federal level, WCMA has been a key catalyst in the efforts to update outdated milk pricing formulas and federal milk marketing orders. And we know that for U.S. dairy manufacturers to thrive, the federal government's trade agenda must also be updated to reflect the modern realities of global commerce, supply chains, and food diplomacy. Our association's new trade policy platform outlines the foundation for an expansion of resilient, competitive, and internationally engaged U.S. dairy industry. We're calling on policymakers to commit right now to trade stability, reopen and expand markets, remove export barriers, including the protection of common food names, add to market access programs, protect the integrity of product names, and stand with America's dairy processors and farmers in providing nutritious and safe dairy products to a growing global population. We also advocate for food labeling accuracy and FDA enforcement, and for a clear definition of natural cheese. Now, with the rollout of the Make America Healthy Again agenda, WCMA is also actively championing nutrition aid programs, funding for them, processing and ingredient options for processors, and science-based standards for any food regulation. Recognizing the important role of immigrants in the dairy supply chain, we are also urging Congress to take action to expand opportunities for legal immigration, including creative visa programs, as well as to allow more of your employees to become U.S. permanent residents. We're fighting for your priorities in the Farm Bill and in appropriations packages, including millions more in grant dollars for industry innovation and modernization via the Dairy Business Innovation Initiatives. Here in Wisconsin, WCMA has established its reputation as an organization that builds coalitions, working effectively across party lines. That effort has delivered success. in the form of increased state funding for dairy export endeavors and dairy processor grants, $8 million in support annually for the Dairy Innovation Hub, and a historic $150 million investment in rural roads, key to getting milk from the farms into your plants and your finished product out to your customers. We've successfully worked to boost dairy hauling capacity in the state of Wisconsin, an effort that holds myriad benefits for our industry, including an alleviation of the truck driver shortage, increased sustainability through fuel efficiency, increased over-the-road safety, and fair competition with processors in other states that are already allowing heavier hauls. It's a great example, really, that the feds could also follow. We're defending against proposals to increase raw milk sales, a risk to our industry's strength and stability. And we're working to create new opportunities for dairy processors through innovative state programs, like one to support whey processing into sustainable aviation fuel. WCMA's policy committee is getting things done. They're a wonderful bunch, and I'd encourage any of you with an interest to join us. This group is open to all of our members, both dairy processors and suppliers. As a result of this committee's work, WCMA is also able to support its members with grant programs run largely by my colleague Danica Nilsson there in the picture and joining us today. These funding opportunities are yet another way for you to engage. WCMA administers one of 4 USDA-funded dairy business innovation initiatives, alongside our partners at the Center for Dairy Research. Our Midwest region operates the DBIA, that's the Dairy Business Innovation Alliance, covering 11 states: Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, Ohio, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. Whew, got them all out. The DBIA is comprised of 2 different grant programs, each offering awards of between $100,000 and $150,000, both of which are open for applications right now. Business Builder grants, that's one DBIA offering, are targeted at small to mid-sized farmers and processors. Projects should be aimed at diversifying on-farm activity or revenue, creating value-added dairy products, enhancing dairy byproducts, or export programs. Funds can be used for equipment, personnel, training, supplies, research, and more. Now, the Industry Impact Program, that's the other offering, provides grant funds to dairy processors for projects that have the potential to positively impact the industry as a whole. Both of these programs offer reimbursable direct-to-business grants with no match required. And applications for the current fall round opened in early August and are due September 30th. So you still have time to get an application in. Through DBIA, dairy farmers and processors are accessing real dollars to create real positive change in their businesses and their communities. For example, WCMA member Hidden Springs Creamery is a small dairy farm and creamery located in Westby, Wisconsin. The team there run a 75-acre sheep farm with a full creamery and produce 6 different types of sheep milk cheeses and sell bulk sheep milk. Thanks to DBIA grant funding, Hidden Springs has been able to double its daily cheese production by investing in a 400-gallon vat with self-cutting knives. The new vat allowed them to not only boost volume of their existing offerings, but also to produce a new whey ricotta, diversifying their product line, reducing wastewater and milk solids, and filling a need for a distributor who's been searching for this product for many years. Hidden Springs was also awarded a second grant last spring to support the modernization of their ricotta packaging system. Before that grant, the team there was hand filling every single package, and now they have a filling system that fills to exact weight and dishes out every 3 seconds. DBIA grants are making significant lasting impacts for businesses like Hidden Springs and businesses that are much larger, and they could do this for your dairy business as well. These grants are popular and for a very good reason. You can find details on DBIA grants and an ongoing roundup of other financial opportunities at whizcheesemakers.org anytime. WCMA also offers support for dairy exporting through a grant program funded by the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection. This funding supports free personalized consultative services with an experienced global dairy consultant, that's Jacqueline Cook of Cook Alpine. Participants receive personalized guidance on assessing export readiness and identifying target markets. Navigating export documentation, including health certificates and regulatory requirements, often a hang-up for our dairy manufacturers and processors. Evaluating products for a global market fit, and managing risk and logistics in international trade, which, as we've seen in recent months, can be very, very volatile. It's important to be thinking about risk as you move forward with these sales. In addition, participating companies are eligible to take part in product sampling, demonstrations, and marketing programs in high potential overseas markets. Past events have connected Wisconsin dairy with buyers in Dubai, the Philippines, Saudi Arabia, and Australia. Upcoming opportunities in Dubai and Japan in 2025 and several additional markets in 2026 will further expand international exposure for our members participating in this program. Applications for this year's export consultation program are open right now, and they will remain open on a rolling basis. Applicants are not required to be members of WCMA. If you have any interest in participating, please reach out, and Danica and I would be happy to answer any questions. Want to also talk a little bit more about the future and some of the ways that we support what's coming next. WCMA operates an annual scholarship program with students. Scholarships an important part of the association's investment in the industry's future leaders. It's critical importance to our board. Over 28 years, WCMA has awarded the Myron P. Mike Dean Cheese Industry Student Scholarship. This award is worth $5,000 each to 50 students affiliated with dairy manufacturers and processors. And since 1999, 66 WCMA supplier student scholarships worth $5,000 each have been awarded to suppliers to the dairy industry and their family members. We also have one other unique offering. Since 2021, WCMA has selected 2 students each year to receive the Brian Egebrecht Student Scholarship, supporting skilled trades in the dairy industry. That award is worth $2,000 each. This award, which is named in honor of our longtime championship cheese contest chairman and generous donor Brian Egebrecht, who passed away sadly in 2022, is open to students attending any technical college in Wisconsin or high school students registered to attend a technical school and hopefully looking for a career in the dairy industry. The next scholarship window will open for applications this fall, so make sure to watch for our e-newsletter updates and our website to see more information. WCMA is also proud to contribute to the industry's future through our strategic giving efforts. In 2024, following another successful championship cheese auction at Cheese Expo, thanks so much, bidders, the WCMA Board of Directors guided $200,000 to exciting programs focused on the future. First, our 5 student scholarships for dairy processors and supplier member families were enhanced to that current amount I just named, $5,000 per student. And then in February, WCMA announced the formation of a new fund at the University of Wisconsin River Falls to support dairy operations, training staff, and research at the new dairy pilot plant, the Wietrich Family Grassland Dairy Center of Excellence, and provided a seed donation of $90,000, matched by a $90,000 investment by Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. Our executive director, John Umhafer, deeply involved in that project, which will no doubt create great opportunities for both employees and employers across our industry in the future. Also in March, WCMA announced a $100,000 seed gift dedicated to the Center for Dairy Research, the start of a brand new fund supporting research, equipment, graduate students, and other center goals. Very excited to be able to do that. This new giving joined a 3-decade tradition of champion cheese auction support for the future of the dairy industry. Auction funds also fuel improvements to our championship cheese contests, growth of our popular training programs, support for the Collegiate Dairy Products Evaluation Contest, which is held at Cheese Expo and CheeseCon, and much more. Altogether, WCMA has now invested $1.75 million in our industry's future via education, thanks to auction donations. Thank you so much. We're honored to participate in this incredible industry and its generosity, and we encourage you to join us in giving back. Now, let's talk a little bit about how WCMA can support your current workforce right now. One of our goals is to help you attract and retain high-quality team members. In addition to the trainings that you heard about earlier, One way that we help support your workforce and your workforce needs is through our free online jobs board. Members can post up to 10 career opportunities per company or cooperative per month at no cost. People are being hired off of this board all of the time, so we encourage you to make use of this tool. We also offer a free video onboarding series for your new hires, delivering both practical knowledge and a sense of purpose and community to carry them through the early days of their career in dairy processing. The series, we are proud to say, is available in English, Spanish, and Hmong. Thanks to industry support, there is no cost for you to download, share, and use these in your own business. There's also a fun little quiz to give your employees after each video so that you know that they've retained some of that key information, particularly about their safety and the safety of your food products. Now that you've heard all the ways WCMA is here to serve you and your team, I'm going to throw it back to Sarah to give you some quick, simple ways you can take, some steps you can take right now to get engaged. Sarah.
Thanks, Becky. You'll all receive a recording of this webinar, as I mentioned earlier, after we're done today. But if you are a note taker at heart, you may want to write this down. I want to share 3 easy ways you could take action to get engaged today. So first, we encourage you to log into your Member Compass profile. Your Member Compass is what we call sort of your landing page with us. So there you can update your contact details, add additional staff to your member roster, sign up for specific communications, and engage in specific groups to receive those communications, and access our members-only resources like our member directory. Second, I encourage you to follow us on social media. We are very active on Facebook and LinkedIn, and following us there will help you keep track of upcoming events, trainings, and connect with other members. And last but not least, I encourage you to register now for our annual meeting in October. That will be October 21st in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And as you heard earlier, you'll have the chance to network and learn from an exciting panel of dairy executives on what the future of the industry holds. We hope that this gives you some ideas on a clear starting point today, and now we'd love to hear from you. At this time, we're going to move into our Q&A section with, I think, 2 to 3 pre-submitted questions we have, and then we'd be happy to take any live questions directly from the chat, or if you want to unmute and turn your camera on. So first up, we'll get to those pre-submitted questions, and this is when we get a lot. I am not in Wisconsin. Can I still join? Yes, absolutely, yes. We are proud to welcome members from all over the U.S. and across the globe. Don't let our name deceive you. As we mentioned earlier, WCMA is currently serving our member community across 44 states and in 26 countries. So whenever possible, our programming is delivered in a hybrid or virtual format like today, so members from anywhere are encouraged to participate. Next up, our next pre-submitted question was, we've recently joined and want to get our products out there in front of members. How can WCMA help with this goal? So this is, after the Wisconsin question, probably the number one thing that I hear, especially from our new supplier members. And there are a number of ways to put your business in front of our members. First, I'd encourage you to really look at our sponsorship and advertisement opportunities, both for Cheese Expo and the World Championship Cheese Contest, both of which will launch next month. These come in a wide range of levels and are really designed to maximize your visibility within the dairy processing industry and showcase your products. Next, I would want to point you to our annual member directory, which Grace touched on earlier. Advertising placements for that print publication are open now at wischeesemakers.org. And finally, another zero cost option that I want to make sure everyone knows about is submitting an RFP to us. So if you have an innovative product, a valuable business resource, or other information that could really benefit our members, we would love to know about it. So that RFP form is right at the top of the page on our webinar page on our website. And if you have questions about that opportunity or any others, we encourage you to reach out at any time. We would be happy to work with you to help grow your business. Grace, did we have a third question that rolled in as well? Might kick that back over to you.
We do. Yes, so this was one that came in as well. How can WCMA help me connect directly with wastewater treatment operators and sustainability personnel at dairy manufacturing plants? Common question, great question. And for this one, I'm going to kick things over to John, who is in charge of our technology committee. John, do you want to take this one?
Sure. Yes, that's true. We have a technology committee that it can grow infinitely. We've had as many as 100 people together in a room or at a dairy plant looking at their wastewater technology. So I strongly encourage everyone to simply click the button that allows you to join the technology committee. And if you don't know how to click that button, just write to Sarah and I, and we'll help you get on the committee. There's no cost. You simply join our meetings each year. We do both a large meeting with Wisconsin DNR. We'll have 70, 80 people talking with regulators. And we do a field trip every summer to see technology in the field at dairy manufacturer members. So the technology committee, good place to start. Also, we do have a sustainability committee, and they hold sustainability workshops throughout the year that you'll see in the newsletter. And again, we can send you information specifically if you want to write to me or to Danica Nilsestun, who heads that program. Happy to get you hooked up with the sustainability community because they gather and meet as a group, and it's a great place to get to know everyone.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, John. So that is all of our pre-submitted questions today. I'm not seeing any new questions in the chat, so I'm going to give just a moment in case anyone would love to unmute, jump in the spotlight and ask a question now.
Yeah, this is the
Try
Ask
to
Me
stump the
Anything.
panel. Yeah. Stump
Yeah.
the panel.
And we're a conversational bunch too, so don't feel like you have to put it in the chat. You can just unmute and ask a question.
If it's difficult, we'll give it to Sarah Schmidt.
Heads up, Sarah.
Ready. All right.
Oh, come
Going
on.
I think we gave
once.
them a lot of information to digest too. And the good news is we are
Little
always
bit.
accessible to you.
That's true. Reach out anytime. You can find contact information for all of our staff on our website, and we can send that out as part of our follow-up email as well. Well, with these last few moments, I would like to thank all my colleagues on the call today for sharing their work, taking their time to talk to you. And more importantly, I want to thank all of you for joining us today. As we mentioned in the beginning of this session, WCMA is very proud to offer you this rich collection of resources and programs and more that we didn't have a chance to touch on today. We work for you and we want to hear from you. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us with your questions, ideas, concerns at any time. We are here to help. As a reminder, we'll share a recording of this presentation along with helpful links and all of our contact information today or tomorrow after this webinar concludes. And if you're already a WCMA member, don't forget to join us in October for our next webinar. We'll be focusing on emerging trends in dairy product packaging, hearing from some trusted supplier partners. You can register for that session right now at wischeesemakers.org and get it on your calendar. Have a great afternoon, everyone. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And thank you again for joining us. We'll see you next time.